Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Serena and today I would like to recap of the celery juicing 16 ounces on empty stomach every morning. This is a little bit over 11 months and going into a year. And I only missed one day, which is the day that I had my menstrual cycle. Just because last month I had really bad cramps after I drank that. So this month I decided to skip one day and on the full flow day. So according to Medical Medium, the book that by Anthony Williams, he had listed a lot of points about the benefit of drinking celery juice. And I have a few points here. Those are the common points that you come across upon searching on Google. So number one is detoxification, flush out old toxin and poison build up over time, especially in the liver. And I believe it does, but to a certain extent. Unfortunately, I have no data to back up. Just because every time I get my blood work done, my liver enzyme is always within the normal range. Number two, induced digestions and reduced bloating. I have no problem with digestion throughout my life, and so I cannot indicate anything. And reduced bloating, I can tell you no. I still experiencing bloating throughout this 11 months period. Just depending, it comes and goes. So depending what kind of food I ate. So it's no. Number three, killed a virus, bacteria, fungals, parasite of the body. Fortunately, I didn't have any fungal or parasite throughout this period, but over just a little bit over 10 days ago, I had a flu shot, and the day after, I had experienced all the flu symptoms from getting the chill, getting fever the next day, and muscle ache. I couldn't get out of my bed. It was really, I was very tired, fatigued, and I got sore throat. And so, with all the symptoms, I had to drive myself to the testing stations for COVID-19 tests, just in case if I do come in contact that virus. And so the result came out negative, of course. That was from the flu shot that I knew. And so that indicate my immune system, it could be weak, it could be not strong enough to fight back. And so it might help to kill the virus or bacteria. I'm not too sure. There's no indications that it helped for my flu shot. That's how I reacted to the flu shot after I took it. So that's my opinion. And number four, better skin, a clear skin. And I will say yes to that because I do have some sunspot here on my face and it seems to lighten up a lot. So then again, I also using skincare product which is have the bleaching agents in it, and so I guess with the both it help to reduce the sunspot, to clear up the skin. Number five, anti-inflammatory. Yes, same thing. In my opinion, I think it helped for inflammation, but not significantly. And I had a blood work coming up that's supposed to get it done, but because my family physicians, he's away for a long time, not till next year, so he's not coming back till next year, so I won't be able to get it done until he comes back. So he wants to test it, my inflammation marker. He mentions that one of them it's the HSCP. Um, Up until this point, I don't know much about it, but I will talk about it once I have talked to him, go to see him. And number six, help join this. So I have noticing my eyes on the white parts that was a little bit of light yellowish back then, a year ago. And now I noticing that it's gone, so it's the white part, it's got clear up those yellowish color. And so, in my opinion, I think it helped. Okay, number seven, improve sugar blood level. Also, I went back to look at my physical exam, and the result came back. And after fasting for 12 hours, it read at 4.5. So it's a little bit higher than previously, just because all my previous examinations, it always reads at 3.3 to 3.5. But 4.5 still within the normal range, which is 3.3 to 6.0 after 12 hours fasting. And number eight, reduce blood pressure. So my blood pressure, it's always been good. It's always been very stable around 109 over 79 or 113, 115 over 80. That is still the same. That hasn't changed anything. Number nine, improve cholesterol and triglyceride. So the HDL, which is the good cholesterol, read at 1.72, and the LDL is 2.93. So a little bit high on my bad cholesterol. We want to have the good and the bad in 1-to-1 ratio. And so then now we know it's not fat that make us fat, it's sugar and it's the carb. So that means if I want to get the optimal ratio, I need to cut out some carb and sugar. Number 10, it also claimed that shrinking fibroids or endometrial in the uterus. And so in August 2019, in the ultrasound, they found 3 fibroid sizes, which is the midline, 4.3 centimeter, the left is 4.4 centimeter, and the right is 3.3 centimeter. A year after, in August 2020, the first one has been shrunk from 4.3 to 3.1, and the second one's from 4.4 to 3.0. And the third one is from 3.3 to 3.1. The third one just a little bit, 0.2 centimeter. And so my obstetricians don't think it's significant improve. So he didn't think that celery juice would help to shrink those fibroids in my uterus. So 11, weight loss. I can tell you no. I have gained weight instead of losing weight, so I have gained a few pounds, and so that is not I wish I had some. I could have some weight loss, but it's not. Number 12, hair growth. So I had hair loss during my treatment from dapsone, prednisone, and methotrexate. Those ones that are really harsh medications. It was a chemotherapy and also immunosuppressants, and those ones that really damage the hormone and really make the hair loose. So I lost a lot of hair. I used to going through using my hand, going through my hair, my fingers just running through the hair, and it just crumbs of hair falling out. It was very scary at the time, but after 6 months, I stopped taking those medications, and the conditions is getting better. So now I have my hair is getting full again. So again, I cannot pinpoint that celery juice it's helping to grow my hair. And so number 13, improve thyroid health. And this is really big thing in the medical medium book because Anthony Williams, he wrote 4 books. One of them is the thyroid. And he talks about celery juice could help to balance the thyroid hormone. And I have no comparison just because the test it beats in the normal range again, so it's 2.47, which is still normal from the range from 0.20 to 4.0. So this is the list that I have included in this video. And so I hope that that would help you answer a little bit if you do want to give it a try for the celery juicing. And this is my hypothesis for 11 months of celery juicing. And of course, you will find articles that don't support such a claim, just because there's no clinical based practice. There's only case studies from individuals just like me who volunteer the information and want to help anyone who's open and minded enough to give it a try. Sometimes when we don't know what to do with our conditions, and at the time I was very suffering. I was suffering very much, and I was also suffering from the side effect from the medication, since I didn't think that I had a choice, and therefore I just jumped right into it and I started my celery juice journey. And until now, I'm still doing that. Of course, I see the benefit of drinking that. So aside adopting, drinking the celery juice, I adopted a new method, which has helped me heal. So, which is fasting. So there's many physicians and scientists. They've been talking about fasting, the benefit of fasting, and the importance of fasting to our health. And so I have decided to give it a try. So maybe it's the key to my autoimmune disease. And so remember, I don't want to, I'm seeking to reverse my pathology. I'm not seeking for a cure. So I decided to give it a try. And 2 weeks ago, I did it a 17-hour fasting. And so I just felt like I could push it a little further, but I decided not to. So I ended 17 hours later. I had my dinner the night before at 6 o'clock, and I finished my dinner at 6, and then I didn't eat anything until 11 o'clock the next day, just right before lunch. And so that was very easy for me because I don't eat breakfast. I always eat just lunch and dinner. So even that, the first 17 hours fasting, I started to feeling the benefit of doing that, just because that day my skin is still very hypersensitive, which is very easy to get hives and rash. So if I lean on something or something uneven, that leaves me a mark on my skin, and from that mark it will turn into red bumpy and starting to get itchy and looks like hives all of a sudden. So on that day, after 17 hours fasting, I didn't experience that. So that went away, and I didn't even have to take any allergy pill. Normally I do. Hydroxyzin is another, that's the only medications that I would take it once in a while when I have a lot of uh, allergy. I feel like a lot of allergy in my skin, that I getting a lot of itchiness. And so I decided to do a 24 hours fasting last week. So the week after, I did a 24 hours fasting. And for the first 21 hours, it was very easy again. I didn't think of food, I didn't feel like eating. But for the last 3 hours, I starting to get harder, because I constantly thinking of eating and food, and but I do hydrated myself pretty well. I drank a lot of water, and also I still drinking my celery juice, 16 ounces in the morning. So I'm still doing that, and so that day I really wish there's only 20 hours in a day. That was first time ever. So after the 24 hours fast, I did it, and my first bite of my food was, it tastes amazing. But I didn't experience any the same benefit like the first time, just because I later found out that my food contained cooking wine. And so that day I still need to take my allergy pill, and I still have the hives and the itchiness on that day. So I wanted to do again. So then I wanted to do even 2 days, maybe 3, 4, 5 days, and that was my goal. But then I came across with a different method that was easier than that. So to do a long fasting, now there's many physicians and scientists are talking about, they are also doing the fasting themselves, for 7 days, sometimes to 10 days. So they are really seeing the benefit to the health of fasting, and it's been scientifically proven. So it could reverse some of the autoimmune disease as well. And so I just feel like this is a lot of information, the topic. So I would like to continue next time, and I welcome any comments. Leave me comments if you like, and please share with a friend who is suffering the same underlying condition, if you do have friends like that. And so thanks again. We'll see you next time, and I talk about it more of fasting and what kind of method that I use. And we'll see you again. Bye now.